Most esteemed reader, after many eventful years, I have finally found the time to write down the incredible story of my only student. It begins on the day I found a small child on the banks of the big river. It was an unreal day, and the sky showed signs of great events to come. I reared the little boy as if he were my own son. Very soon, I became aware of his extraordinary talent for magic. Years passed by, and I taught the boy as well as I could. But I could never really satisfy his hunger for knowledge about everything to do with magic. So, the day to say goodbye inevitably came, because I knew that the boy was drawn to the mysteries of magic. He was bound for the legendary Academy of Avencast, shrouded in ancient myths. Built above mysterious caves with crystals which rumors tell are filled with souls from ancient times. The secrets of this Academy for Magic Instruction are watched over by the High Council of the Archmages, which guides the fate of the Citadel with watchful eyes. And so my protege entered this world of marvels and magic. In the classrooms of Avencast's Academy, the young adepts are learning about the mysteries of magic. Our young hero is paying very close attention to the words of Exivarius, the alchemy instructor.
And will our slumbering young friend surely be able to repeat what one usually makes from red sulfur and silver moon dust? You are not concentrating enough on your lesson. Alchemy seems to bore you, and that is happening at the expense of the other adepts. Go to your mentor Malveren and talk to him about the best way forward with your education. I don't think you should be here with the attitude you have now, in any event. There is no point in teaching you any more alchemy if your interests so obviously lie elsewhere. You have forgotten your staff. How long are you intending to stand around here? Go on, see to it that you get to Malveren.
So, what is it that brings you to me at this hour of the day? Are you not supposed to be having lessons in alchemy right now? You fell asleep. I marked that you have talent, young friend, but you fail to take things sufficiently seriously. Even if you are bored by the alchemy lectures, you should listen attentively, so as to be truly a master of what you learned here later on. But Exivarius is probably correct in saying that there's no point in forcing you to pay attention. And by now you have already learned quite a lot about theory. Let's look ahead. Probably it's just about time to put more emphasis on your practical education. You should also already be thinking about preparing for the big examination. Therefore, I will send you to 3 masters. Each of them will have a task for you by which you have to prove yourself. In return, each will place his seal on a petition for your admission to the final Avencast examination. We will speak again once you have obtained all 3 seals. First, I will send you to Horatio. In his arena, you will face your first opponents, and you will practice the various martial arts. He will also explain where you can find the other 2 masters. When you have Horatio's seal, you also have to report to Masters Archibald and Della Gastera. Archibald will put your knowledge of crystals to the test, and Della Gastera will assign you a task concerning the history of Avencast. Whether you go and contact Archibald first, or Della Gastera is your choice. Go now and take your parchment with you, and this map of the Academy as well, for good measure. Do not disappoint me again.
Greetings! You must be here to prepare yourself for your final examination. I will be introducing you to the high art of combat in my arena. Do you think you are prepared for real combat already, or should I show you the basics first? I had thought this may be a little too much for you. Well then, proceed straight into the arena. Let's see how you hold up in combat practice. We shall begin with a simple blows training for close combat. I am going to make a hovering dummy appear. Try to hit it with your staff as often as you can until it is destroyed. That looks quite good already. Let's try your skills at ranged combat now. It's a bit of a challenge to keep focused on moving targets. I am going to make a number of targets appear. Try to hit them all. Very good. In conclusion, you should practice some dodging in combat. That is one of the most important lessons. I am going to make an obelisk appear at the center of the arena. Try to hit it from the perimeter of the arena while not getting hit by its projectiles. Aside from normal dodging to the right and left, forwards and backwards, also try to jump and roll as well. I think that you are ready for some real combat now. You have to win 4 fights, after which I shall give you my seal. But should you want to repeat the practice rounds once more, you are certainly welcome to do so. Don't worry, nothing will happen to you. That is, aside from maybe making a bad impression. But nobody was born a perfect fighter. I am going to summon creatures which you will fight against. When I see that you are not up to it, I will interrupt the fight. It is better to repeat such a fight than having to live with a bad result. Well, let's get started then. You should know that you must win the first 2 consecutive fights. You will, of course, have to face a more difficult situation in every following round. You can face the 3rd and 4th fights later, if it gets to be too much for you. Have you understood the principles? Congratulations on passing the first round. Get ready for your next opponent. I was sure that you would not disappoint me. That already looks quite promising. Do you want to carry on with the 3rd and 4th fights, or is that too much for you all at once right now? be holding up well. Prepare yourself for your next opponent. You have talent. You shall get my seal, for you have earned it. But I would really like to see how you hold up against even stronger opponents. It would also be good practice for you. Would you like to give it a try? Well, I would have been almost surprised if you had mastered this situation so easily. But you can give it another try right away, or later if you want to. Well.
Hey, you pale toad. Who gave you permission to talk to me? Oh, is that so? And do you know that? I don't like it when every tramp around here comes and talks to me. So give me 5 guilders and I'll forget about it. All right, let's go to the arena and fight this out. So, well, you won. But that was just plain dumb luck. Now get out of here. That was not the deal. I said you give me 5 guilders if I should win. All right, I'll give you my bread roll. All right, then take the 5 guilders, but only on the condition that I will have a chance to get even. Damn it! What's this about? All right, here, take it. And now make sure not to cross my path again. Master Horatio! He's trying to take my money!
What are you doing there? You know very well that the arena serves the purpose of honing and perfecting combat skills, and it was not built for rowdies to bash their heads in. You'll see what trouble you'll be into should I ever catch you at it again. I'll let you go this time, but there will be consequences the next time. Now, get out of my arena at once.
Oh, hello. Say, have you perhaps seen a bag with some crystals anywhere? I must have left it in the garden. That is really a nuisance. I must have left it somewhere in the garden and I don't even remember where anymore. Yet I urgently need the crystals for my examination, and now I cannot even leave this place because I have to prepare these exercises for Master Archibald. Oh, do you think that you could have a look for them? Have you found my bag with the crystals yet? I have lost the crystals
Greetings, young apprentice. I don't think I've met you yet. I wasn't really expecting a new apprentice. What do you want here? Ah, yes, Malverin. The final examination is taking place soon. Well, crystallography. It's just that I'm currently quite busy with my work, you know. And then there are also these trees. So, are you here for a stamp? Well, that could be arranged, I suppose. I would actually have a good task for you there. The matter is that there are 2 so-called Nuau trees in the garden of our academy. They were a gift from Uan, which, as it turns out, is somewhat complicated. It is actually the case that the 2 trees, a red tree and a blue one, don't like each other. They use their branches to keep fighting each other during certain seasons. They currently are in a phase like that again, which of course is extremely bothersome. The only thing you can do is to give them this special fertilizer that will calm them down again. But this fertilizer is made by Callios. As you can surely imagine, I am quite busy, but I would appreciate it very much if you could visit Callios in order to fetch the fertilizer. Apply it to the trees and deal with the remaining branches that are still thrashing about on the ground. You would get my seal for doing that. The garden would be peaceful once again, and we could still chat a little about crystals afterwards. Callios works in the laboratory tower. You have to walk southeast from the court with the great statue. The trees are in the garden. You can't miss them. One of them is red, while the other is blue. And as I have told you already before, they fight each other with their branches.
A visitor? That's fortuitous, as I happen to need some help with my next experiment. Why don't you go and get the ice spray spell from the storage room next door, and then give me some help in extinguishing the fire dwarfs, if things should go wrong. I'll give you the key to the room to take with you. Didn't I tell you to get the ice spray spell? My experiment can't wait all day. You've got the key already, right? So go to the storage room next door and get it.
Ah, young apprentice. Where are you heading? I haven't met you yet. I am Severin, curator of the Avencast archive. Well, you look young and strong, and I wonder if you would possibly like to lend me a hand for a short time. Well, there is a problem that occurred to me by mishap. Actually, I am a man who likes pure theory, but somehow I wanted to...